It's week 7 of the 2023 season, and all eyes are on Jamison Williams. He had a standout game one week.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
Well, sure looked pretty coming off of his hand, but sometimes you might have to take a little bit off of it. That one looked a little too hard to handle.
Yeah, but off the tip, hey, they still got the catch, right?
It's amazing, isn't it? Even when it goes wrong, it turns out right.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Rolling to his right. He's got McKinney complete to his tight end. Second down, Eckler. And some room to work. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. That good for 19 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Santos' kick is up and through, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. He's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. It's Wilson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Wilson. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The numbers for him from a week ago, 22 carries, 118 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. The Lions sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here, 3rd and 4. They run the jet sweep now for Tony. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Wilson on the keeper. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They run once more with Sermon. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
A couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Wilson. Touchdown! DJ Chark, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have moved out in front. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's DJ Chark who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season they could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
Touchdown, LA! And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On second down, Swift. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Wilson. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Holding defense.
So they obviously decline that, and it is a touchdown.
They still have the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Wilson. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle with Eckler. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's got Allen. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Here's 2nd and 9. It's Eckler again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They go play action with Wilson. That's once again complete to Chark. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They go play action now. Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. Santos now and the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Here's Wilson. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Swift going to draw up the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Now Wilson. And Sharp calls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Play action. Now Wilson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now it's Wilson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have it here just past the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. All eyes on Zach Wilson leading his team back out for this next drive. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 6 yards left on 2nd down. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll pick up about 3 there up to the 43.
Oftentimes we praise the offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, having all those open safeties there all over the field, they're not getting through it. You're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. They'll try it now with Swift. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. That 4th down decision, unconventional but effective, and they indeed come up now with a 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs. Throwing is Wilson. Open man right side is Shark. And he's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
action. It's Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. That's out to the flat for Swift. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So here are the Chargers to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Herbert. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the first down play. On 2nd and a long way to go. Herbert. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. The defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the... Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. This offense so far on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19. Back to throw here, Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now Herbert with it looking to pass. And this is caught by Williams. On the move past the 40. Still on his feet. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Santos with the extra point. His guys will take a 10-point lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's got room. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Now a give right side Swift. And down to the 41.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
This is Swift on the counter. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Boy, the run on first down a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. No, the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. They'll roll him out right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson rolling to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. Late in the game, defense tried to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Swift. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Lions 28. Jason Sanders.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done. Nursing
that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Now it's Herbert, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one years away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over. So now the Lions down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Ready, ready, ready.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. Right back to Swift again on second down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Wilson. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game. formation, time for the Chargers. They take a knee. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you